everybody?
What's happening, family?
And welcome back to another episode of
Is This Gonna Cause an Argument?
My name is Angel Tanksley by marriage, Angel Akita Moore by birth, and that chick Angel by work. And I am one of the hosts of this podcast that has been going on for a very long time. But I am joined by my co-host, the man that I call the love of my life, my husband, my boyfriend, my partner. Tell him who you are, baby.
I'm the other host of This Is Gonna Cause an Argument, Marcus Tanksley, a.k.a. Tank. Hey, fam, if this is your first time tuning in, we greatly appreciate it. This is a podcast we do every single week, and we pretty much talk about anything we feel like it, and we do it as a married couple. That's why it's called Is This Going to Cause an Argument? Because sometimes it do, damn it. And we do it every single week on this podcast. We do this podcast every single week.
Come on, I know you won't get there.
No, because I was like, we ain't doing it on the podcast, because then it wouldn't be live like it is on YouTube. It'd just be for the Patreon.
You talking about
they'd
if
be
we were
paying
doing
more
it?
money.
If we were doing it? Oh,
Anyway, we do this podcast every single week, and we pretty
Hilarious.
much do it with our immediate family, okay? Our immediate family is our Patreon. All you got to do is go to patreon.com/thatchickangel, sign up for the low of $5 a month. All right, and the reason we call them the immediate family is because, hey, we a little bit closer. We talk to them before we press record, and all the stuff that you're seeing right now, we had already been talking to them before then. We talk to them after the fact. They get all the early news on things.
They get this podcast live. They get Here's the Thing live. They get Crafts and Cocktails, which happens once a month live, and they're the only ones who get it.
Yeah.
Nobody else gets Crafts and Cocktails.
They get the early release of Tasting with Tank when it's recording.
When it's in season.
When it's in season.
Ugh.
They used to get Let Us Tell It.
We ain't gonna talk about stuff they don't get no more. They used to get a couple of
They
other
might
podcasts.
get something else. We don't know. Anything we do, we usually try to do it live with our Patreon.
We are also joined by some amazing sponsors. An amazing sponsor today. That's BetterHelp. We'll tell you more about them in a couple of minutes. But we're going to just start off this conversation with, baby, tell me how you are doing. I mean, we know you fine, but
hey.
I see it.
Now, I'm doing good other than my neck.
It's real stiff.
Y'all,
we gotta do the video before we leave here.
I'm about to do it right now.
Not while we're shooting the podcast. We're going to do it right before we leave here.
All right. Anyway, my neck is so goddamn stiff right now on the left side. I don't know what I did. It happened in the middle of the day. I think I was on the computer doing something. I noticed my neck was a little stiff, and throughout the day it got more and more and more stiff. Then I woke up the next morning, it was even more stiff. That day got even more. Now I'm like, how to turn my whole damn body to look over my left shoulder. Pisses me off.
Don't you hate it? That is like one of the worst
this
things.
Side, like, huh? And that's my dumb ass. I won't just somebody call me, huh? It's always to the left side there. Hey, Mark, huh? Yeah. That's what I was telling him. We was going to go over and pick up that alternator. I'm going to slap it on there for Junior. We going to see. Yeah, huh? Yeah, tell your mom to fix me a plate too, all right? Yeah. Pisses me off.
You got to start talking like you smoked Newports for most of your 20s and 30s.
Shit, pisses me off.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I massaged you,
and I want to go to, you did. I want to go to, I thought about going to a chiropractor, but when I'm so stiff, when I'm this stiff, I'm like, I don't trust them.
Never.
Any contractor.
Yeah, you did.
You did. I appreciate it. I don't trust no chiropractor when I'm this stiff. I don't care who you are.
The ring dinger would help.
No, not him either.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know him, you always sign a waiver. Mm-hmm. Injury, paralysis, or death. They are not responsible. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll let this heal, then go to the chiropractor.
Absolutely.
But how about you? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm going to work out today, so that's got me happy. I was very tired when I woke up, and which was strange to me because I felt like I fell asleep on the couch pretty early.
You did. What you doing? Let's watch one of our shows.
No, I was awake all during St. Dennis.
What about the main show that we?
The Last of Us?
Yeah.
Of course I fell asleep doing that. I'm talking about the
5 minutes in.
Yeah, but St. Dennis, awake. Last of Us, asleep. I find it strange that I was tired this morning because I was like, I know I fell asleep quickly last night. But that's all right. I'm going to get my workout in. That's going to make me feel good. And I have a strong to-do list. And actually, I need to write it out because there's a couple of things I keep leaving off my to-do list that need to get done. And I want them to get done. But outside of that, I'm good. I am so excited that summer is almost here.
Are you?
Oh, my gosh. One of the kids will be out of school. That eats up some time in the day. It's not that bad, but it's nice when we don't have to take them nowhere. And because this will be the first summer that they spend most of their summer at home, I'm actually excited for them for that. Little Marcus can hopefully get a job, as well as I'm going to see about him interning at this veterinarian office. The twins can possibly go to camp, little Amar and the twins, but what I know I want to start back up is their piano lessons and finally get them into the martial arts. And because Amar could possibly also do martial arts. What's great is Amar is finally the age that most of the stuff that I would sign the twins up for,
he can do too.
Yeah. He might not be in their same class, but he'll be able to participate. So that's got me hyped.
Something else that he don't want to do.
Of course.
Little jerk.
Let's go into our, I was about to say, let's go into our first segment, but instead I want to go ahead and jump into our first sponsor, or our only sponsor for today. And that is BetterHelp. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's podcast. Now, what I feel about maintaining mental health is that it is probably more crucial than any other health you could have, because it affects your other health, I feel like, more than any other thing. When I think about mental health, I feel like it has such a toll on your physical health and such a toll on your emotional health. Yes, they all intertwine and interconnect, but I feel like your mental health also really affects your relationships. It affects how you perform at work. There's so many things that it has a huge impact on, that it has to be a priority. And I'm glad that society is getting to a point to transition to understanding that people do need to pay attention to their mental health. Mental health awareness is growing, but there's still progress to be made. 26% of Americans who participated in a recent survey say that they avoided seeking mental health support due to fear of judgment. When people hesitate to get help, it doesn't just affect them. It impacts their families, workplaces, and entire communities. I just said that. This Mental Health Awareness Month, let's encourage everyone to take their well-being seriously and to take care of their well-being and break the stigma. The world is a better place when people are healthy and happy. I have been a champion of therapy for the longest time. Even when I wasn't in therapy, I already knew the benefit of it. Like, there's something about being with a professional whose sole purpose in whatever time period that you have with them is to help you deal with whatever obstacles you're dealing with mentally, whatever hangups. Like, you can't tell me that is just not so valuable. Well, BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching people with the right therapist from their diverse network of more than 30,000 licensed therapists with a wide range of specialties. BetterHelp is completely online, which is the thing that makes it so chef's kiss, because it makes it affordable and convenient. And it serves over 5 million people worldwide. The best part also, besides being totally online, is the fact that you can switch therapists at any time with no additional cost. We're all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/argue to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/argue. All right, now it's time to jump into our first segment, and we're going to do Tanksley Pride. Tell them what Tanksley Pride is, baby.
Tanksley Pride is a story about one or all of our 4 sons. We call them our Tanksley Pride because we are proud of them, and we are like a lion pride. Okay? You mess with one of the cubs, you're going to get the paws.
You can get them teeth.
Yeah.
Start us off, boo boo.
Thought you would. Let me see.
Oh God.
Nah, because I was ready to get back on my. Oh, hold on, real quick. That's the other part of my. I got a damn splinter in my thumb.
You do? Let me see.
Yeah, I couldn't even get it out. You see, I done shaved off some skin and everything with a razor trying to get to that damn thing.
I can get it for you.
It's pissing me off.
I
Putting carpet in his damn doghouse. That's with that plywood. It went so far. I got out most of it and it broke as I was pulling it out. Anyway, Tanksley Pride. That's I already said what it's about. A lot of it's been on Marcus here lately because we just been experiencing. It's so many different level changes to him right now in this age. At this age, just seeing him force himself to be more social. Just the experiences that we have with him. So mine's gonna be on tomorrow, actually.
Okay.
Because I started off with Marcus because I was like, oh, I got something I want to talk about, but let me go jump to Amar.
These detours have been great. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, it's conversation, damn it. This is what it's like talking to me. Anyway, so like I said, this damn splinter I put carpet in the Castle's doghouse this past weekend. Because I'm like, he's going to be, outside a lot, actually most of the time, argue with your mama. And I was like, well, he's got a mat that he lays on out there right now. But I'm like, if it's raining or cold, I want him to be able to, go in the doghouse and get used to going into the doghouse. So I was like, I'm going to put carpet in, but I'm going to basically just measure out the floor and put the carpet around a piece of plywood so I can lay it in there and just change out the carpet as it gets dirty. So I dropped the twins off at their camp that they go to. And Amar was with me, so went to Home Depot. Unfortunately, look, that's the hardware stores we got, y'all. And so Amar's with me. He's like, where we going? I was like, we going to work on a project. He's like, okay. So we walking around. I was like, let me grab a cart. He was like, let me push it. So seeing his little hands pushing his cart. So we go over there, and it's just a playground for him. Just being in the hardware store. We over in the carpet section. Everything is big in there. So he's like playing with the carpet. So I have him help the guy like wrap it up and everything, loads it up. He's pushing the cart to the to the truck and everything, loading it in. And then after that, I lost him. But seeing him in that environment.
Wait a minute.
What? No. After that, he stopped helping me.
Once
we got back to the house. Once we loaded it, got back to the house, I lost him. Thinking he's going.
Like, wait a minute, you lost my baby.
I mean, yeah, it happens every now and then. He always finds his way back home. I'd be like, Castle, I got to the house. He was right there in the driveway. No, but like I remember doing stuff like that with my dad and like seeing Amar in that environment. I'm like, as I'm sitting there doing this project that I've been putting off for literally months, he's having time in his life. And I'm like, I'm still thinking of all the steps and he's running around.
He didn't help you put the carpet
We got back to that house and he disappeared. He came out there at first when I was bringing the staple gun and everything outside. And by the time I rolled everything out and put that wood there, he was just like, all right. He came back out when he heard the saw.
Okay.
Because I had to cut some wood and stuff. And he came back. He said, Daddy, that was loud. I said, all right. He went on back in the house.
Just in case you didn't know.
Sticking on him real quick. We need this boy to put together his own playlist.
Yes, I'm surprised. I thought that's where you were going to go.
I forgot until I remembered riding with him. So right now, if Amar is in the car with you, he is going to request one of thousands of songs that he has memorized the name of. It's almost like Pandora in your car.
But he don't have thousands of songs.
He don't have
He
thousands.
Probably got about 5, 10 that he rotates for me.
You a 10 lie. It's about 15.
I said with me.
Oh, he's got so many songs because he'll hear a song and he'll be like, what's the name of that song if he likes it? And you tell him and he remembers.
Yes.
So right, like with Angel, what's the songs?
Oh, Ariana Grande, Yes And. Okay, that's his favorite. All right. He also has Can't Touch This, Astronauts in the Ocean.
Which is not called Astronauts in the Ocean.
No, that's what it's called.
Oh, it's what it's called.
He has another song that he didn't get the title right. It was like, This Is... This Is Nothing. No, well, he called it something else. It might not be This Is Nothing. We thought, what was the one that he requested?
We thought it was He said the title. We thought it was a Darnell Jones song.
Well, because when we put it on there, it was a Darnell Jones song.
I'm like, why would this be? I said, that makes absolutely no sense for him to know this song. And then Angel was like, actually, it makes a lot of sense if he knows this song. This type of music I be listening to.
He thought it was Think About It.
Yeah.
So Darnell Jones is the why don't you think about, started playing. But he meant Thick of It by KSI. We have the songs from the Spider-Man.
Yeah, some that's not even on the Spider-Man soundtrack.
Yeah, one is called Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Another one is Start a Riot.
Start a Riot. So Miles Morales, I stumbled upon. He usually asks for one that ain't on there. The Strong Song, Danger, Riot, and the other one I think he calls a Spider-Man song with Metro Boomin. And then so one day I'm playing those, and then the song goes off. So naturally, because I just go to YouTube for him and type in whatever he's looking for. So it went to the next song, and it just happened to be Miles Morales. I'd never heard this song, and it comes on, and I'm like thinking to myself, "Damn, this is dope right here." He's like, "What's the name of this song?" I said, "It's called Miles Morales." All right, and thing is, he ain't no emoji. He just sitting in the back. This is all you see. Singing me out, Reggae. This is all you see when he's back here riding.
No, she thinks you said sing him out.
Single me out.
Turn to his camera. Reagan started singing.
Hold up. Yes, still, I hope y'all could have heard. I hope y'all heard Reagan. Anyway.
She said, yes.
Yeah, keep me singled out. So this be Amar. He'll request this song. This is him. No, babe. We don't need you to say.
No, she wants to sing it.
Sing, please. Sing.
She said, you still want me to sing?
Oh, I thought you said single. Yes, please sing. Keep singing. I can't do it now. This is him, just straight face. What song is that? Is that a song?
No, she's just making up something. Na 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 na. It took me a second. I said, "Oh, she thinks you said sing them out."
Oh, go back to both, please. Anyway,
he also was like, "Put it on my mama."
Yeah, put it on my mama. And then so one day, like after he listened to all his songs, I said, I need something because this just been going. It's too much. So I was just curious. So I put on a song that I love with Trombone Shorty and Lenny Kravitz called Something Beautiful. So I put that on. It was one of my favorite songs of all time. I put that on. So he had, Dave, what's this song called? I was like, it's called Something Beautiful. He's like, oh, a couple seconds later. Can I just call it beautiful? I said, yeah. So now that's added to his list.
Oh, yeah. He has. The thing is, because I don't do YouTube, I do my Apple Music. He can now see the titles, and he'll just read them, and then he'll know the name of the song, unless it's something he can't read, which is not much now. That boy can read.
No, he can see the titles. I think it's smaller on my screen, the way my screen is set up.
Oh, they show the YouTube
music
title?
Yeah. Yeah, it's right there all on my screen when I play it, because my phone's connected to the truck. Yeah, that boy and his, I'm like, we gonna give him free reign and let him just have his own little playlist. Come on.
Yeah, he be asking, "Mommy, what song is that? Tell me the title."
This one that I don't know. He calls it Mission. What is that?
Mission.
He keeps asking for Mission or The Mission. I'm like, babe, I don't know what that song is, and I keep asking him to sing it, and he don't say nothing.
That sounds familiar. They might have played it in my car once before, but yeah, he be on it. Okay, so my Tanksley Pride story is going to be, it's going to be a little bit of the twins, but mostly the oldest. The twins just finished up their soccer season, and I have to say, they were good at it, especially that daggone Sai.
Sai was a monster.
That
He
Sai
was killing it.
His speed was on a different level. I'm talking about that baby was coming from backfield. Yeah. Racing everybody, passing everybody. I'm talking about there were people center field that are chasing the ball to the other side, and Sai would pass them from backfield.
It's like he got the star on Mario Brothers. Like he just double speed versus everybody else.
Crazy and really good at taking the ball. Like a lot of kids would get nervous because they don't want to get kicked or whatever. So I would go in there and get that ball from them. Kai, their last game, scored the most beautiful goal. I mean, it went right over the goalie's head. And I so wish I was recording. Mind you, I screamed and jumped and peed on myself. Had to take my hoodie off, tied around my waist because I was like, I'm pretty sure this is going to come through. But he did the thing that I guess soccer players do where they run and they put their arms out like an airplane.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people, I think soccer started it, though.
But it looked so beautiful. The sun was just shining on his beautiful chocolate face and the smile on it. I was just like, yes.
Yeah, that's how it was. Well, Angel, she saw it. Did you see Sai score?
No.
You were there, though, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, you had just I think you took Amar to the bathroom. So
yeah.
On the phone. Anyway, it was the same thing when Sai scored.
Yes, I took Amar to the bathroom.
I'm talking, somebody passed it to him, and he dribbled down and got through like two of their defenders and kicked it right past the goalie. And like you could see from where I was, you could see the vein down his neck as he ran back. He was like running back to his defending position, but also running out of excitement.
Yes.
Like, he just took off running.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, seeing them that young in that moment. Oh, if I would have seen Sai do that again, I probably would have tinkled out of screaming.
It was also, go ahead.
No.
No, it was also dope. I can't remember if it was Sai and Kai or Sai and one of his other teammates. It was one. I think they almost got the goal, but they were like trotting back like backwards.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember what it's called in soccer, but going, running backwards, just
like
keeping an eye on the ball, and how they didn't look and gave each other like a high five, like good job, like pop, and just I was like, what's up with these kids?
So good. Oh, it just made my freaking day. Now on to the oldest. As my husband said, it is crazy because he's our oldest. We are watching transformations that we haven't got to experience with any of our children.
A lot of first. All the first are with him.
All of the first. And so I am just completely locked in. So one thing is that there is a girl who most certainly likes my child, that my child is being trying to be completely oblivious that she likes him. And I clocked this tea. I clocked it about a year and a half ago, right? Because she pulled him aside out of all these people to have a side conversation. And you know me, afterwards I said, what'd she call you over there for? He was like, oh, she just wanted to know, she was feeling really bad about her solo and she wanted to know how she sounded. I said, and why did she ask you? I said, she just sang with like 12 other people. Why wouldn't she ask the other singers that she sang with? He's like, I don't know. She was embarrassed and she just felt most comfortable asking me. And I was like, He was shaking his head like, Mama, shut up. So fast forward. And I have brought her up multiple times. And he's like, Mama, it's not. I'm like,
but also
whatever.
Consider the source. Because Angel ain't just bringing her up. Angel got to be goofy and silly.
Right. No.
And that's why he be shaking her like, oh, here she go.
Anyway, at the last track meet that my son ran at, where all he did was just get over hurdles. Let me tell you, he was not, other than the 400, but he was just like, let me just get over these hurdles. He does his first hurdle event, which is the 100 or the 110. And he comes back up into the stands. We're sitting in the stands. This young lady is like a little bit down from me. So we're kind of sitting in a triangle. And she goes, Marcus, why didn't you sign up for a choir solo? And he just, did his normal shoulder shrug, head shake. And I'm like, there were choir solos he could have signed up for? And she was like, yeah. I was like, when? She was like, last week, but I forgot to sign up too. She was like, but the basses, she's like, you know what? The basses, there's not a lot of them. So it's probably good that he didn't, so that, they'll have more voices on the basses. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like chatting with both of us. He goes down to stretch so he can get ready for the 300 hurdles. And she looks at me. She said, "Are you going to go down to watch him run?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Okay, I'll go down with you."
I said, yeah, I said, see, his little baby, somebody done put her up on game there. You want to get in good with him. Starts with the mama. Okay.
And
that's where it starts. You make sure you get in there, compliment her nails, talk about something. Spend some time with that mama, and everything's going to be all right.
And I said, well, I'm going down now. He's only stretching, so I'm just going to go down there. She was like, okay. So so days passed, right? And I say to little Marcus,
effort.
I said, oh, that girl like you, right? And he was like, no, she doesn't. I said, okay, so tell me why you're so sure she doesn't like you. He said, because when she talks about guys, she talks about how annoying all the guys are. And she only talks to me because I'm the only one who doesn't annoy her.
I was like,
really? Really, you little naive little twerp. You are so naive. He was just like, now he's, when I say that, he is cheesing, but shaking his head no. Again, like, no. I'm like, I said, Marcus, I just don't get it, baby. I don't know why. You just won't listen to me. And so I was just like, I mean, so do you like her? And he's like, I mean, I'm not sure. And I was like, nah, you're going to have to give me more words. And he was just like, I mean, I like her as a friend. He was like, I never thought about dating her because the conundrum is that she's the twin sister of one of his closest friends. There's the conundrum. No, he told me a long time ago. He said when I brought her up them years back, he was like, no. He said, first of all, that breaks bro code.
Like, y'all ain't got no bro code.
They have a bro code, Marcus.
Bunch of geeks.
So, yeah, it was just interesting having that conversation. It went into other
Especially
things.
them, ain't no bro. Now, me, at that age, I wasn't, but I was trying my best to be a slut. I was very flirtatious. We had a bro code for that reason. They ain't got no goddamn bro code.
He's like, that's the bro code.
Hey, bro, I already wrote that program. Don't copy my program. That's they bro code.
But we just been working with him this week on how to approach young ladies.
Conversation.
Yes, interested in.
How to make it obvious that you are interested without looking thirsty.
Yeah.
All of that jazz.
So him just trying to see him implementing that. It's so different from when we were growing up. Yeah. So let me backpedal a little bit. His best friend, his best friend Harper, who was his his girlfriend, his only girlfriend he's ever had, came in town. They got to kick it this weekend. And, he loves Harper to death. But is cool on just being friends. He's not like pressed about Harper got a boyfriend, Harper living her life where she lived. Anyways, back in the day, to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, they needed to live somewhere in the vicinity of where you lived. Because when we grew up, cell phones weren't really accessible to us.
Right.
And our parents definitely weren't about to be trying to make things happen for you to see somebody out of state. And it's just when we started dating that long distance became a little bit more feasible because there was webcams that we would sometimes be able to talk on. Well, now
it was the same whether they was in Florida and you was in New York or right down the street. It was all phone conversation.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So, so for him and anybody that he's ever been interested in, he's like, they don't live in California, so he hasn't seen the purpose of like even pursuing anything because for him, he's like, if I'm going to date someone, he wants to be able to actually date them, to go places, like do things with them. So we were just like, practice with the people that ain't here because. Yeah,
even with Harper, it was like we told him for years that he liked her and he was just completely denied it and finally admitted it. We were like, we know this.
Right.
We've been telling you this.
Yeah. So just seeing him go through the growing pains of like, okay, first feeling comfortable enough to admit to yourself that you might like somebody, then getting the courage to pursue that person in a way that is comfortable for the both of you, not feeling like a predator, but also not being so vague that they have no idea that you like them. So yeah, it's been interesting.
Yeah, when I was at age, it was obvious. Like on my walk up, he gonna try to talk to me.
Why were you so obvious?
Cause like, why not?
You don't care if it makes a girl uncomfortable?
It would always be in a silly, like playful manner. It wasn't never no lotion rubbing or nothing like that.
Oh, I know you're not a lotion rub, but sometimes even the attention, the concentrated attention can be a little like.
well, seeing somebody shy, that was blood in the water. It was I love it.
Why?
Yes, because then as soon as they hit the little giggle, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have fun with this.
That would probably just it would. Thank God I didn't meet you during my teen years.
It always ended well. We always ended up at least friends. You're so silly, girl. Hit me again.
I've been like the devil's in this man. Let me leave him alone. No, I'm glad I didn't meet you until I was an adult. As a teen, I would have ran from you.
I'd have chased you. Get your ass around this corner. Let me jump on your back.
That would have been me. I would not have been able to take it. That is too much energy. I'd be like, you just got to talk to me very like.
I modeled myself after Dwayne Wayne and Fresh Prince. That was me all day.
Dwayne Wayne was such a great character, though. Such a great character. So much energy. Something I have been thinking about as we jump into the main conversation of the day is social media, and thinking about all the ways social media has made life better and all the ways it's made life worse.
Yeah.
I was thinking, we were at a Jack and Jill event just yesterday on Sunday, and what was great was that it was in an outdoor space. So a lot of the elementary school kids were playing outside. The twins brought their soccer ball. So the little boys and little girls, they're running back and forth on the field, right? The teenagers all pretty much are going to have humpbacks because they were in their phones, hunched over, looking at their phones. There were times where they were conversing, but it was very rare.
Yeah, at one point, Angel's like, where's Marcus at? She was like, oh, he's back at his phone. I'm like, no, they all standing over there talking. And the last time I saw them, they were like standing in a circle talking or whatever. When I looked back and I didn't see him, she said he's at the table. I couldn't even see him because they all got the same hairdo.
Yes.
All the boys. And all of them slumped over, looking at their phones, heads down, looked like they I was like, and it was dead silent. I walked over, I said, is somebody going to come up for oxygen?
So in one instance, I look at that and I look at how difficult it is for a lot of those kids, a lot of that generation, to have real life human connections outside of the people that they are extremely comfortable with. If it's not somebody that is like, has become their like best friend or a family member that they feel fully comfortable with, for a lot of the teens, not all the teens, it is difficult for them to just have a normal conversation that doesn't feel awkward and clunky.
What's it look like freshman year in college and shit? It's got to be a huge change from what it used to be.
You know what? I think the difference is that once you're in college, outside of class, you get to do whatever you want to do. Like physically, you can take yourself wherever you want to go. Where in the situations that we see teens in a lot of times, it's places they've been forced to go to.
Yeah.
It's like, yep, you're going to this Jack and Jill event. None of them teens wanted to be there. They all probably could have given you 10 other places they would have rather have been and been actually attentively participating in it.
Nah, they would have been doing exactly what they just want to do it in the environment that they want to do it in. They would have been doing the same thing.
Some. But I feel like, well, okay. And obviously this is via social media. When I've seen clips of social media of college, like a lot of times it's parties and stuff, like they are actively partying. Oh. You'll see some people obviously catching footage. That's the footage I'm watching, but they are like actively like in it with each other. But
when I was watching a program the other night and seen these kids dancing at a party.
Yeah, they were doing these weird dances, you see, the WAP. Anyways, I do think that helps to bring some of them out of it just because they are actually getting to really be the drivers of the ship versus what they are now. Yeah. So that's one of the things that I feel like social media has really tore these kids apart.
Yeah, and it affects us too, not as much because like
it definitely affects us.
I started a rule years ago, Thanksgiving. As soon as that food is served, put your phone up if you in my house. I don't give a damn who you are. If you eating my food that I prepared, put the damn phone down and converse with the people at the table. That's my rule.
I didn't even know you had that rule.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard you say it.
I've started that back. You. No, back when I had Supreme, I said if I see anybody else on their phone, I'm taking your phone from you and putting it in the backyard with Supreme. And you're going to have to go get it. Like, Brisha, I had to put that phone in you. I was just post it later. Don't nobody care.
I love it.
Because it was like one year, literally like everybody had the food and it got so quiet in the house because everybody was on their phones and just eating. I was like, nah, it ain't what this is about. Yeah. We're going to cut this bullshit out right here. But yeah, that's one of my rules.
But I do feel like we as adults definitely waste a lot of time in social media. Now, I say this as someone who makes money off of people wasting their time on social media, so please continue. However, even when I think about us, it took me probably 15 minutes to post the video I was trying to post today because I kept getting caught up in the social media on the page that I was trying to post on. And I don't know if it's the mind dump because you find yourself, what's the type of content that you find yourself getting lost in the most?
Content, usually it is social media. Mine will be on YouTube. Mm-hmm. It's usually a video because that kind of curates to me. Mm-hmm. And it could be anything. Ain't no telling.
Yeah, your algorithm on your YouTube is better than the algorithm on any of your other social media.
Social media, Instagram is usually something funny. Mm-hmm. Like I like looking at dogs failing, people failing, videos that have an unexpected ending that makes you laugh. That's what I go there for most of the time. Facebook, I don't go on. I only post over there. Same with TikTok. I told you TikTok just be showing me the Indian men. Mm-hmm. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, they have no idea.
It shows me the Indian men and males. I'm not a lawyer, but
they have no idea who you are. They're trying their best to figure it out.
Like, he wants to see these men stand here in these Jesus sandals posing, or he wants to hear about what's going on with the latest trial.
I think because there's such a large Indian population, they said chances are he's Indian. That's
most people. So yes. Most likely he's Indian.
He's Indian.
So, it's a high percentage. But so yeah, like it could be if it's Instagram is gonna be something like I just sent you something as you was reading the ad that had me. I'm thinking about right now is bringing tears to my eyes. Can I tell you what it is? You want to hear what it is? It said Ewoks from Star Wars are homeless Care Bears that got evicted and now on smack. Then it had a picture of them zombies.
Is that?
You ain't seen the picture.
I'll look at it after the thing.
I'm talking the way they talk, the way they look. You see a Care Bear, you see an Ewok. It's like, what happened to this boy thing? Anyway, that's the type of stuff I be seeing over there. What was your question? What would I be looking at?
I said, what takes your time? Like on YouTube, the thing that takes the majority of your social media time.
It'll be somebody building something. It'll be something dealing with a car, battle rap.
Oh yeah, Marcus will sit in a battle rap.
Look, when they release one, like it's one I still got to go back and catch. I'm like, oh, I know this one was fire. I think Charlie Clips just battled somebody. Got to see that. It could be weather. It could be anything. Like whatever I'm into, it could be like if it's somebody caught a live tornado, run it. I'm gonna watch this whole chase.
So, for
lightning strikes.
For me, it's anything. My algorithms are pretty strong. I'll watch dance techniques. I'll watch how to improve your aerial jump.
Wait, that's more random than anything.
No, I love dance. Any dance video.
Oh,
I'm gonna
aerial
watch.
jump is a dance.
Like
When you say aerial jump, I'm thinking like an athletic.
No,
like a vertical.
No, like it's a leap and you're kind of spinning in the air. I'll watch stuff like that.
See, Rainy Bass knows.
Listen.
Guess what room I'm in?
Yeah. It's like I know who that is.
Hey.
Cleaning videos. Oh, so good to me. So good.
I do the pressure washing videos.
Oh, I watch those too.
And pressure wash videos will lock me in quick.
I watch satisfaction videos all the time. When they mix the freaking colors, not to match something else. Yeah. I'm just putting two colors together. What will come out? I'm going to put the same two colors together, but at a different ratio. What'll come out? Same two colors. Move the ratio again. Pisses me off, but I'll watch it.
Now, one I will watch is it's called the Mink Man. I think it's called the Mink Man. He is a exterminator.
Oh yeah.
Instead of using poisons and traps, he has trained dogs, like I think ferrets, and other things that look like ferrets. You know, it's like 4 different species of like ferrets, polecats, muskrat, whatever. Not muskrat, but dogs, ferrets, and lizards. I've never seen this lizard in the wild, but it looks like a damn dinosaur. Not for the size, but the way it looks. But he's trained these 3 type of animals, and they will go in rat-infested farms and kill and drag these like by the hundreds per day.
Yuck.
And the dogs would just go kill these things, bring them back to him. He puts them in the bucket. Same with the ferrets. The ferrets is small, so they can get under and go in the same hole that the rats are living in. And they go in there. You just hear a rustle, and they drag one out. Go back in. Hear a rustle, drag another one out. When I seen these lizards he done trained, I don't know how you train a lizard to do anything.
No.
It's mesmerizing.
I don't know how you train a dog to do anything. Okay,
He's got the dogs. He's got like 5 dogs. One little Jack Russell. He's got another little bitty pit bull, or I guess it's a Staffordshire Terrier. He's got 2 bigger dogs. So the bigger dogs stand outside the barn. They'll walk outside the barn and patrol. All the little ones go inside. So they kill the ones inside, and some try to escape out. And then that's what the big ones is outside for. It's like a whole operation. It's Mink Man or something like that. Y'all go check it out. It's dope.
So other than it being a time suck, because we would probably both be ashamed if we were to take our cumulative hours or time on social media in a week.
Oh.
That we are just watching, not doing actual research for something. If we were to look at that time at the end of the week, we would probably both
My phone tells me.
Mine does too. But
what does yours say?
But I can't differentiate when I am actually working versus when I am watching.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't pull it out.
Mine, if I'm on social media, posting doesn't really take me because I edit outside of the apps. You edit inside the app, so it might be harder to track.
It's not all the time, but sometimes I do.
Yeah, I edit outside the app, so me going on the post, so mine is pretty accurate. Like sometimes it'll be like, you're 5 hours less than last week. It ain't never 5 hours. Like mine is very low compared to most people, I think. As far as the whole screen time, it's probably a lot lower than what people think. Specifically on social, like on the Instagrams and stuff like that. YouTube is probably a little more.
Yeah, YouTube is still considered social though.
Social media. It's true. It's probably a little more on YouTube, but still not as high. But yeah, no, I do it a lot more now, of course, because it's part of my job. So a lot of times I go there looking for inspiration. But as far as just entertainment, if I were to look at it, I probably wouldn't like the amount of time that I spend doing it. but it still wouldn't be like hugely significant. Like if you were to take my phone and be like, you can only post, you can't look at no social media for a day or 3 days or a week, I'd be like, all right.
This is the thing. This is what makes it so difficult. I would not go on social media if it wasn't for the fact that I need to post. However, because I have to go on to post, it hooks me in.
That does happen to me. I'm not gonna say it don't. Like if I go to post and I see something, I'm like, oh, what is it? Let me send this out to people that's gonna like this. All right, now let me go. Oh, what's this next one? Yeah, that does happen.
And me posting is not all that I consider my job. I consider it also a part of my job to interact with other social media content creator influencers. Even if it's just liking their post, if it's putting a heart, if it's actually typing out a comment, I do consider that a part of my work as well, interacting with my quote unquote coworkers' content. But when I tell you, it is a time drain. Now,
Joseph Carter, Mink Man. Tell him I sent you. Go ahead.
So, what are some of the things that you feel like have actually been the benefit? Or you could tell me other things that you feel like have been.
Of social media?
Yeah.
Inspiration. Like, because this is what I do, getting inspired. Information, getting information from, things that I didn't know about or current things, which is also kind of a downfall too. The things that I've been seeing lately as far as informing me, like as far as socially, I've been getting pretty infuriated. Infuriated. It's like information that is important to have, but it's just like social media. Now that I don't like watch this, it's going to start feeding me more, and I don't need to see all of this all at once. But at the same time, I feel like information spreads a lot faster. Information spreads instantly now. You no longer have to wait for a certain time of day when you get home from work to watch the news or read it in the newspapers are late as hell. Do they even still have news? Like nobody, anything you read in the newspaper, everybody else found out yesterday or the day before. That takes time to write the article, to edit, to print, to send it out. It's going to be old at that point. So I will say the benefit is how fast information spreads, but you would think with everybody having access to so much information, people would be smarter, and it only reveals how dumb people are.
The other thing that I would say is not a good thing about social media is the conflated sense, the conflated value that has been put on popularity.
Yes.
Obviously, when you work in this field, being popular is valuable when you work in this field because your popularity is monetizable. However, when it becomes important to the layman, the person who doesn't work in this field, is where I think it's a little bit more dangerous. Just because I am no more valuable than the next person. While I might have, while as a person, an actual person, I might have more things to bring to the table. And this is outside of my social media following. I might actually have more ideas. I might have more leadership skills. I might have just in the things that I have gathered over time with how I use my body and my mind. But as far as in the numbers of people who watch me, while that I can understand being valuable to a brand that needs eyeballs on their product or service, when it is translated over to regular people, I think it just does a disservice. The person who only has 5 followers that's a teacher is just as valuable, if not more valuable, than the person who has 5 million followers because they dress well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that would be one of the things that, like, I don't know how we're ever going to tip the scale back to it not being. It's just like the whole thing with like sports players being lifted up as like heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And in some sense, some of them are doing heroic things off the court.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's more so because they are popular and rich that people are putting attributes on them that don't actually exist.
Right. No, that's facts. Like, that argument came up years ago when the famous, teacher salary thing. It's just like outside of doctors who are here to discover and help people discover cures and to help people stay healthy, which is, what they should be doing. I can't think of a more important job other than teaching the future, which is children. It's just like those salaries don't reflect the same. Now, I understand there's, all teachers are not created equal.
Correct.
However, those ones that are doing all that they can and spending their own salary, they should not want for anything.
Right.
They should be well taken care of. And then you have, like you said, because entertainment, it seems to trump all. Mm-hmm. That's, you got these athletes that are, like she said, I've even seen them recently. We've even seen them call themselves superheroes. And it's just like, no. You may, like you said, you might do some heroic stuff, but you're not a super. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah. But the thing that I'll say is good is the connection. There is, I feel like, when truth is what is being served online, and I have to say it very specifically like that, when truth is what is being served on social media, the level of empathy and compassion that naturally comes out of most people who aren't psychotic is astounding. Like, it can bring out the humanity in a person so fast. Unfortunately, there is nothing that stops someone from putting out lies versus the truth. So it can also create a quick visceral reaction that spews out hate as well. But like I said, on the positive side, the type of empathy that I don't think was possible because we have all been so very tribal and isolated from other groups of people that don't have the same way of life as us. The lack of empathy that we have, the lack of understanding that we have for people who don't walk the same walk of life as us is very much so, I feel like, I'm going to say it's a thing of the past, even with the current administration. I want to say it's a thing of the past because we now can say we know better. Now, there are people who are definitely still actively spewing out lies to continue to convert people over to their way of thinking. But when the truth happens, it is very difficult for someone to just be like, no, not a young mind, at least. An older mind, yes, they're very stubborn. But it makes me think of like our son. Like, social media is why he's able to make longer connections with people that he met on a boat once.
Right.
And I don't think that would have been possible without the type of global connection we have to each other right now.
Hey, pen pals was a thing.
It was. I had pen pals. I absolutely had pen pals. And that was an exhilarating time to have to wait and see what the person said back to your thing, or to get a picture to see like, oh, this is what you guys did. But I don't think, obviously for us with our Patreon, we have these people who do not know us personally, but for some reason feel like whatever thing we're giving to them in this form of podcast, in the form of the random lives that we sometimes do, they feel like it's enough for them to want to bless us financially every month with their $5. Like, that is insane to me in the best way possible. Yeah. Like, I'm like, this is
it's
so
humbling.
Dope. It's so dope. Yeah. But I also realize it is needed. I'm a person that needs to connect with people. So I could see if I were in a space where there weren't people, I don't want to say not making connections, because I don't think that our Patreon are people that don't have these type of connections in the real world. But in the parasocial world, I can see how this could be such a beautiful thing to experience, of just like hearing someone else's thoughts that make you think other things, that make you not question your own, but it brings up all your thoughts. So I don't know. I truly, you all are the blessing.
Y'all really are.
Of social media. Social media. Anything else that you're like, I mean, obviously, I feel like social media gives people a life that they probably never thought they could have had.
Yeah, this is, y'all know, probably 2020, I don't think, man, it was already bouncing around as an idea, possibly stepping away from my 9 to 5. Not 2019, 18, 17, or anything before that.
Yeah.
I think 2019 when I had that conversation with that dude that was in my position, or 2020? I don't know, one of those years, and realized, what am I supposed to be doing with my life? And that's when, social media thing happened. But I said it on here a couple of weeks ago when I was talking to Marcus when we was on the HBCU tour, how, it's okay to not know what you want to do. They would ask him his major or what he wanted to major in and minor in, and he was like, I'm undecided. I'm like, it's okay to feel that way. I said, most people in this room are undecided. They just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
I said, I was undecided in my career for 20 years.
Yeah.
Still halfway undecided.
Right.
But you got to make do. So, yeah, it's definitely been a benefit for us. It was definitely changed our lives.
So y'all let us know in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube how you feel like social media has been a blessing or a curse for society or for you. I know a lot. I still know enough people that aren't on social media. I know quite a few people who are like, I'm good.
Talked to one of my close friends yesterday. He is not on nobody's social media.
And I can understand. I can completely understand how that would be the life that someone lives. But if I know
people like this off the top of my head, sorry, go ahead.
But obviously, those of y'all watching us enjoy some form of social media. So let us know in the comments why you or what you feel like is the blessing or the curse of social media for you. As always, please like and subscribe and share our channel, That Chick Angel TV, as well as Tanksley TV, which will be putting up more content here probably throughout the summer. You can also rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. It makes us more discoverable. Mama Likes, I got some orders that I'm going to send out today for people who purchased orders in the past, I do believe 2 weeks. So all of those are going out today. But know that if you haven't purchased that, the affirmations and therapy journal set that comes with a bonnet and a robe are still on sale at Shop Mama Likes, ShopMamaLikes.com. You baby.
Absolutely. Y'all know where y'all can find me. Y'all can find my beard and body butter called Man Shit. You can go to manShyt.com and check that out. That's all I got for now. I do want Patreon to stick around because I got something that I want to talk to y'all about.
Also, I want to talk to Patreon about sinners too.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about sinners.
Yeah, no, I wanted to save that for Patreon. So until next time, we love y'all. God bless y'all. God keep y'all.
Y'all have a good one, fam.
Bye.